Number 12 on the Parkinson's plan's list of actions you can take to help prevent Parkinson's makes you start to feel like there are just pesticides and chemicals everywhere. So I'm sorry to overwhelm you with this, but at the same time, I always like to say instead of cursing the darkness, it's better to light a candle. So we need to see and know so that we know what actions to take. By this point, I've already gone out and bought a whole bunch of plants for my home to make sure that they're sopping up all these chemicals for me, which is one thing that you can do. But let's talk about number 12. Number 12 actually says that you should, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing at this, but it says you should choose your home carefully. Now that sounds rough, right? Because people are like, well, I already live in my home. I can't like change my house and where I'm living. And I totally agree with that. That's why I want to focus on those things that we can do to help reduce the chemicals that we're exposed to. Because where you live matters. And in the US, nearly 70 million people live within 3 miles of a Superfund site, areas contaminated with toxic chemicals. And many of these sites are unmarked, unfenced, and invisible, making it hard to avoid the risk. So what is a Superfund? This is the EPA's website. Yep, these are contaminated sites that exist nationally due to hazardous waste being dumped, left out in the open, or otherwise improperly managed. And these sites include manufacturing facilities, processing plants, landfills, and mining sites. Why this matters. So we've got chemicals like TCEs and PCEs, which we've talked a lot about in this series, that are strongly linked to increasing the risk of Parkinson's disease. And living near these sites can expose you and your family through the soil, the air, and the water. This is why we talked a lot about filtering your water, filtering your air, getting those plants in there. But you can also check your area. The EPA does provide a searchable database. So here we are, search site. You can go down to your state. Let's check out Texas, since the clinic here is in Texas. And let's see how much we have to be worried. Now, of course, there are a lot of them. Tarrant County is very close to here, Fort Worth. But as I look this one up over here, it's on Grants Lane. So for those of you who are near this site, you may want to get your indoor air tested. Environmental firms can measure for TCEs and PCEs and then mitigate if necessary. If contaminants are present, systems similar to those used for radon can pump the air from beneath your foundation and above your roofline, helping you and your family to breathe easier. Of course, I like the idea of bringing in plants. I also looked at Appleton, Wisconsin for the family members I have up there. And there are a few in that area. So you'll see by county which ones. And like you said, within 3 miles is something that you want to be concerned of, because every state is going to have its own concerns overall. So of course, choosing your home carefully isn't just about schools or neighborhoods, it's about protecting your health and your future. But it's not so easy to change your home. And that's why I'm finding that this book is a little scary for some people. And I don't mean it to be scary. Again, I want to make sure that we are lighting a candle instead of cursing the darkness here. But I do want to remind you all that there's always more you can do. And of course, awareness is going to be a big piece of that. So if you are close to those, there's a lot that you can do. Check out what the website can do for you. Make sure you're getting those plants in there to help clean the air in your house, get those air purifiers if you need them, and checking your water. Reducing your risk is just looking at every opportunity you can to reduce it as much as possible. So that's number 12. Check out where you live. All right, number 13 is coming soon.